Today on Leelalicious, I'm showing you how to make breakfast cookies 4 different ways. Breakfast cookies are perfect when you don't have a lot of time in the morning. You can just make a whole batch on the weekend, and then in the mornings you can just quickly grab one for breakfast on the go or pack them up for school lunches. And of course, you don't have to eat them only in the mornings for breakfast. I actually like these cookies as a healthier afternoon treat. The first recipe we are making are nut butter banana breakfast cookies. Start by mashing 2 bananas in a large bowl and then add 3/4 cups of a nut or seed butter. I like all natural peanut butter or almond butter, even sunflower seed butter is great here. Add a 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil and a 1/4 cup of honey or maple syrup. Now add 1 cup of rolled oats and 1 cup of quick oats. Using some quick oats as part of your oat mix helps to make the batter stick together better. Also add a 1/4 cup of ground flax meal. The flax meal makes these breakfast cookies more nutritious, but also helps to make the batter stick together better. Now add a mixture of nuts, seeds, and dried fruit. I'm using 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds, 1/2 cup of peanuts, and 3/4 cups of raisins here. Also add a teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Stir everything up with a wooden spoon until it's evenly combined and you have a sticky oat batter. Now we're going to measure out the cookies. These are going to be quite large cookies, so we're using 1/4 cup of batter per cookie. I like to use my 1/4 cup measuring cup both to measure as well as shape the cookies. Flatten and spread out the cookie either with your hand or with the back of a spoon. Repeat the process with the rest of your batter. You'll end up with about 12 breakfast cookies. Then add the cookie sheet to an oven preheated to 325 Fahrenheit. Bake the cookies for about 15 minutes until the edges are lightly browned. Let the cookies cool fully on the baking sheet before transferring them to an airtight container for longer-term storage. The cookies are fine on the counter for a day or 2. If you want to store them for longer, put them in the fridge or freezer. Now we are making blueberry breakfast cookies. For this vegan recipe, we are first making a flax egg by combining a 1/4 cup of flax meal with a 1/3 cup of water and letting the mixture sit for about 5 minutes. Now add 2 cups of rolled oats to a large bowl. Add 1/2 cup of shredded coconut, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Stir together these dry ingredients until they're evenly mixed, and then add 2 mashed bananas on top, as well as the flax egg mix, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Stir these wet ingredients into the dry mix until fully combined. And finally, fold in 3/4 cups of blueberries. You can use fresh or frozen blueberries, but do not thaw the frozen blueberries. On a light baking sheet, shape the batter into 1/4 cup sized cookies and bake them in an oven preheated to 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes. And now we're making pumpkin breakfast cookies. This recipe has a special place in the history of Leelalicious. It was one of my first viral recipes, and to this day it is still one of the most popular ones, month after month. Doesn't matter if it's fall or not. Start by adding a cup of rolled oats and a cup of quick oats to a large bowl, as well as 1/4 cup of flax meal. Then add a teaspoon of pumpkin spice and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Also add 2/3 of a cup of dried cranberries and 2/3 of a cup of pumpkin seeds. 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree, 1/4 cup of honey or maple syrup, and 2 beaten eggs. Mix everything up into an evenly combined batter and then shape the batter into 1/4 cup sized cookies and bake them for 15 to 20 minutes in a 350 oven. And our last recipe are carrot cake breakfast cookies. Start by adding 2 cups of rolled oats to a large bowl and also add 2 cups of grated carrots. For actually visible carrot pieces, I like to use the large side of a box grater. Now add 2/3 cups of chopped pecans and a 1/3 cup of shredded coconut. We also need 2 mashed bananas and also a 1/4 cup of flax meal that has been soaked in 2/3 cup of water. We also need a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Stir everything up until evenly combined. Then shape the batter into 1/4 cup sized cookies and bake them for about 20 minutes in a 350-degree oven. And there you have it, delicious, healthy oatmeal breakfast cookies. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and share it. Let me know in the comments which recipe you're making first, and I will see you next time.